get settled in the game. Mwos have had the better of the exchanges in the past 3-5 minutes, and I think, well, Coach Norman Mapeza for Scotland will have something to think about as Mwos take their corner.
Yes, Mwos taking their corner now. It's a poor one into the side netting. Surely you need to take advantage of these opportunities when they are presented, not to give it away just like that. But of course, players still showing a lot of camaraderie as Charger rolls it out and is given away. Mwos are applying the pressure. Marvin Mudzuka, but again tightly monitored. You have to deal with Isaka Mohammed, who wins the throw-in from the near side here. This one guided backwards to the Ghanaian defender. Another blockade, playing the ball into touch. This one goes out of play. I thought as much. Mwos up. Well, I must say Scotland are surprised that they are playing under pressure at home.
They are very unsettled at the moment, yeah. And I think Mwos will do well with a goal that will somehow cause more problems for the host Scotland. Because right now they are pumping all the pressure and looking more threatening than Scotland, the home team.
Yes, indeed. And I can also say that their goalkeeper, Charger, has been the busier of the two. Moffat Abubakar finding his captain, Walter Msona, trying to find his elder brother but couldn't. Yabunze picks it up. Banda turns away from his marker. Banda slips it past his man. And Msona, the elder, takes it away. And the ball partially blocked. Timbanyoka does well. It's picked up by Msebe. Mwos are all over the place now as they come forward once again. What can they do? Mensah is the one who has been banging the goals for the Panthers. And this one goes out of play. Oh, it's quickly taken up. Sona. Into the middle of the park is Sebe. Looking for the youngster. Timbanyoka doesn't have the pace. Rolls into a goal kick. And we would like to welcome those joining us for the first time here to Rufaro Stadium. Mwos are taking on Scotland. Mapiravira sitting at the top of the log. And that's a waste effort by Zambezi, the veteran. I think one of the players I've told he has only missed one match. The ever-present Innocent Zambezi. Nyasulu, the Malawian international, guiding it all the way back to Charger. Tidam Jua missing the services of his regular partner Kevin Moyo, who impressed last weekend against Kaiser Chiefs. The very defendable player Kevin Moyo. Not here today. Here's Shidolo, Chendenfield, being played on the left-hand side of defense. He's very versatile as well. The Namibian is excellent in the middle of the park. Mensah. Ball played on the far side. Moffat with a long effort and a miscue by Katsande. Plays the ball out and it's a corner kick to Scotland, and it looks like Walter Msona lines up to take it. Yeah, my namesake could have done a lot better by directing his foot at least through the center. Let's wait and see what happens here. Here comes the corner. It's a good looking one, but parried away. Sebe trying to guide it back on the far side, but Moffat, wow, good save, but come a billiard and scrambled away at the end of the day. Scotland very, very close to a goal here with a bit of alertness in front of goal. That could have been goal number one, but no, didn't happen that way. Yasulu Nixon taken away back by Mwos. Bunte looking very comfortable in the middle of the park. He's a central defender, My goodness, the way that he's knocking the ball around shows a lot of purpose. Lloyd Mtasa was saying just before kickoff that look, it's fairly easy to motivate a side to play against the top team in the country. That's another long effort on the far side. Kept in play, the cross comes in, nobody home. A good run here from Adabanda. Again loses out. Good defensive work there from Scotland. But certainly surprised here with the sort of resistance that Mwos are putting in place. It's like a prey that is trying to catch an animal that fights back. Chidolo streaks away. The Namibian turns away from his marker. He goes down. Referee says free kick. In a very good looking position for the Musona brothers.
Yes, Scotland are now in their groove. You see a shot that was taken earlier on, a cleared header, and on the volley from Abubakar Moffat, it was on target, and the goalkeeper there, he was on Tizai, was on point to parry it away. But otherwise it would have been interesting for Abubakar Moffat to score against his former paymasters. A well taken shot on the volley, and of course found Tizai well positioned to parry it away to safety.
And then the subsequent scramble for possession in the box. This one sees Chidolo being pushed to the ground, and the referee Kwetsani quite correctly giving a free kick to Scotland. A bit far from target, but you never know with the smiling assassin Knowledge Msona. Abubakar with decoy. That's a good dummy. Knowledge Msona. The wall has done its job. Back to Msona once again. Good looking cross. He's cleared away. The central defenders doing a good job, and looks like Mchambizi, who is down. Let's wait and see. Yeah. The part of the crowd here at Rufaro Stadium enjoying themselves. Sebe Tokozisi to Moffat. Looks like he's playing as a right back today. Abubakar Moffat played across. Yasulu Chidolo robbed of the ball. I can safely say the referee got it all wrong there.
That was a fair challenge.
That was a fair challenge.
Chidolo tried to shoot the ball, and the Mwos defender came and nicked the ball and safety. I don't think there was an impediment there, Stanley. For me, that's a fair challenge.
Yeah, that's normal contact in football, but the referee doesn't feel that way. Maybe that's why I'm only behind the mic and he has got the whistle. He knows more about these decisions than me. The free kick is quickly taken. Moffat with a good looking cross, touched away in the center. Isaka Mohammed, that should have been a foul. Chambizi up and about. Oh, now Mwos have one possession, easily taken away. Oh, lovely stuff. Here they come once again. Billy Veremi playing the ball through, finding out the Banda. What a save! What a save from Tokozic himself. That was Nyasulu rather.
Timely intervention from Nixon Nyasulu, because that ball was flighting into the far post where there was a Mwos player coming on the right side.
Oh, that was brilliant. That should have gone in. Banda had done well, waited pass, but the defender was on guard. Nyasulu, the Malawi international. Here's another cross coming in. Chance once again. Lots of problems for Maviravira this afternoon. That's a good looking cross. The header inside the area. Picked up once again. Lovely touch. The chance once more, but Maviravira can come away with it. Kamapilia chasing and chasing. It's taken away by Nyabunze, who clears the danger.
What a game we're witnessing.
End-to-end
stuff so far.
stuff, you can say it again. And
you miss, we try. You miss, we try. And I think so far, I think it's been evenly balanced now. I think Scotland has slowly come into the game, and they're also throwing their own punches. And Mwos, of course, are resisting and throwing their own punches up front. And I think it's anyone's game at the moment.
Definitely anyone's game. Both coaches, of course, looking satisfied so far. But I think it's more with Lloyd Samai Tamtasa. He must have the better measure of satisfaction, given the fact that he's playing away from home. And again, another look into the crowd. Faraj Jerry, I think, behind there. The Caps United director. Good play. Timbanyoka staying on his feet. Tightly monitored. Mwos are fighting for every loose ball here. Atabanda with a tackle. Referee says play on, but then he blows the whistle, takes play back. That's Atabanda.
I like what the referee had done yesterday. He had allowed advantage to carry on, and of course he didn't accrue, and then he had to bring back play for a free kick to Mwos. Yeah, good call, Kejisani.
Yeah, indeed. Very good call, Dirwai. Yeah, he was brought down by Isaka Mohammed, the former Dimbare player, inside the area. The header goes the wrong way, and the charge can't keep the ball in play. It's out for a corner. 0-0 the scoreline, 17 minutes gone. But he can't believe what we're watching here. Mwos have taken it short. Ball played through, the return ball comes through, and obviously offside. He made his run a bit too early, and the Scotland back four stayed in line and protected their goal line. Yeah, the shot is taken, Yasulu. Plays it long. Kamabiliad hitting the ball ahead of the much bigger Nyabunze. Top of agility. He may not have the size, but he does make up for it with great agility. Kamabiliad. The ball is played through now. Once again, some good running from Veremu, but tightly monitored there by Sona Walter. Sona finds Timbanyoka. Back to Shidolo. Peter Mdua standing guard at the back for Scotland. Yasulu drifting forward. Poorly done and taken away by Nyabunze, who gives it away to Shidolo. The tireless Moses Shidolo. Ball played through. Kamabiliad goes down, and a free kick in a very, very promising position. But some fans not happy with that call. She was waving her finger to say, that's not a free kick. Take a second look at it.
Yeah, I think he pulled him
that
off
was,
the shoulder.
Yeah, he got the shoulder plus the boot.
Yeah.
Stepped on him, and Irwai got it right. Now another chance for Knowledge Msona and Abubakar Moffat. And the fans are singing in the stands. Is it the usual routine? A dummy. Knowledge Msona with a cross, punched away by the goalkeeper. And again, they've just given it away. Mohammed Moffat Abubakar rather. Shidolo riding a tackle. Lays it through. Msona Walter. Comes back on the near side from Timbanyoka. Finds it. Knowledge Msona blocked, and that one goes out of play. That was Valentine Katsande taking care of business. This is how it came about. What a dive from the goalkeeper, Francis Tizai.
Yeah, he did well to read the flight of that ball. But he missed it. It was going to be trouble.
Indeed.
And good timing and good punch to get it away to safety. Yeah, well done, Tizai there.
Here comes the corner. And Mtibanyoka can clear the danger. It's Mshkambizi. Only as far as Isaka Mohammed. Ball played on the near side. Wall Tamsona. Mtibanyoka now. Walter. Tumsebe. Scotland trying to be content with possession. Isaka Mohammed checks his run and tries to play it forward. For a moment I thought he was going to play it backwards. The throw-in has been given the other way. Samaita Mtasa with his instructions. Kama Billiard doing well to shield the ball. Timbanyoka turning away from an opponent. Sebe. Yasolo. He finds Peter Mdua. Retains the favor. Chinyasulu. Sona. Knowledge. Complaining to the referee. Again, taken away. And this one goes away from George. Didn't keep possession. Now it comes back to Walter Sona. I must say, for the last few minutes, Scotland have been in control, knocking the ball around, but they need to come up with sufficient penetration to create a goal here. Abubakar. And the ball is guided back to the goalkeeper. Scotland can restart the formula. Here is Nyasulu. The Malawian international comes back to Isaka Mohammed. Good return pass from Timbanyoka. But then Mwos standing firm. George clears the ball. Veremu and Abubakar fighting for the ball, but it's taken away. It comes back to Abubakar in the area. Knowledge and Sona, and this one, oh dear. Over the bar. Norman Mapeza cannot believe this.
It was a good move that was fashioned by Mwos, and most precisely Abubakar Moffat down the left channel. Good timing, he ran into space, he beat his marker, and then he chose to look up front and then laid it for Knowledge and Sona. But I think it was good timing there from Mwos defender. So that's
yeah, Abubakar Moffat.
Yeah, it was a good lay on.
Maybe he should have tried his luck from that angle. The corner kick is taken. And it comes back to Msebe. Here is Mohammed Isaka. Peter Mdua. The ball is played through to Msebe, who finds his goalkeeper Chajga. Nyasulu. Scotland once again trying to establish some control. It must have been an instruction from the bench, because all of a sudden they don't rush to go forward now. Kama Billiard using his small frame to good effect. What a pass to find Knowledge Msona on the near side here. Ball played through to Mohammed. Comes back again to the Malawian. Slips it through Shidolo. And this one too far ahead of Timbanyoka, but the idea was there. It's only the execution that was missing, Joe. Yeah,
I think he lifted the ball, and it had so much pace from Shidolo. It had so much pace that Timbanyoka could not do anything with that ball. But otherwise the idea was good.
Shidolo now picks up possession, but Nyabunze standing firm. He was pulled back there by Knowledge Msona, who is disputing the referee's decision.
In fact, it's been an interesting duel between Knowledge Msona and Tafazwa Nyabunze, the captain for Mwos. I think they've been making each other's presence felt.
It's a clear instruction from Lloyd Samaita Mtasa, I think. I mean, he doesn't play in midfield. He's a defender. And in recent times, he was always starting from the bench. But today, he's been given a special instruction to make sure that, these two players, Knowledge Msona and Kama Billiard, are taken care of. He actually said it even in the pre-match interview.
He's one player who's been very loyal with Mwos, that's Nyabunze. Tafaza, he came with the team from Division 1, and I think he's one of the players who has the most DNA from Division 1 all the way to the Premiership, and he's doing well and captaining the team.
Definitely, he knows every corner of Mwos' style of play. Kamabilia tightly monitored. Finds Moffat. Ball is taken away now. Looks like Katsande is drifting from left to right. Zambezi. And Atabanda goes down. Must have been an accidental slap in the face from Isabaka Mohammed. The referee, Irwai, had no choice but to blow. The Banda going through some pain. I don't think it's anything serious. Yes.
Yeah, the elbow.
Yeah, the elbow there as he was trying to feel his man on the side. Then he ended up maybe poking him in the eye. I hope he will be able to get up and continue with the rest of the guys.
Yeah. And he's one of the reliable players at the Banda. He's got 5 goals to his name at the moment for Mwos. So he's one of their top goal scorers. 5 goals to his account this season at the Banda. So you wouldn't want to miss him if you are a Mwos family member.
Yes, indeed. Second only to Wilson Mensah, the Ghanaian, who was playing in Indonesia before making his way to Zimbabwe. It says a lot about us, and as we see there, Ogege, just number 88. He actually is not wearing anything. It's paint that is all over his body. Sona, senior, taken care of, and Kamabiliat, despite the small frame, is bringing down big guys. Zambezi, innocent. Mshambizi playing it backwards. The front is Tizai. Doing well so far in his 6th game of the season. Tried to turn and then taken away. Shidolo. Walter Msona losing possession. Mwos trying to regain control of proceedings here. Nyakunze turning away from his marker. Just there to make sure that all the raids by Scotland are stopped. The idea was right there. Comes back once again. The chip inside the area, and the shot has been skewed wide by who else? Katsande, and the fans, well, Mavirawira fans must be happy that Valentine didn't get it right.
He's one of the players that has been very loyal and pivotal to Mwos. He has got 3 fans player of the match, player of the month rather, 3 times. You know, fans, most fans, they vote.
Goal kick quickly taken. Peter Mdua. He's once turned out for Highlanders. Now settled in the capital, playing for Mavirawira. Isaka Mohammed taking his time. Now Mavirawira under pressure. A chance here. Double save by the goalkeeper. Goal kick. So a round of applause there for the effort. But Isaka Mohammed must be very careful. He's a bit relaxed with this game.
Yeah.
And he needs to realize that he's playing for a big team and pressure is always on Mavirawira.
And I think it's also to do with the type of play that Norman Mapeza is included in his team, that they play from the back. They build up slowly, building their blocks and breaking down the opponent's lines. But this time around, he was caught out. He was too casual for my liking, and I think he would be lucky that Mwos did not capitalize on that.
Yes, Mwos are always looking for these chances. Nyasolo to Isaka Mohammed. Then a tussle for possession. The chance for Shidolo, and the whistle has gone. Whistle has gone for a free kick to the Panthers. Let's take a second look at what happened there. Now this is the opportunity for Mwos. And Nyasulu once again, always on hand to close down on opponents.
Had he gone for a far post, maybe it would have been trouble for Scotland. Yeah.
Yes.
He went for the near post, which was well covered there by Scotland goalkeeper Nelson Chajga.
Yeah, these are some of the things our players need to learn, and the incident that has resulted in the free kick, which is about to be taken. And referee Dirwai.
Oh, it's not looking good. They're calling for substitution.
Yeah.
The medical team there. So
looks like Mchambizi.
Yeah, seems his day is done.
Yeah, that will be a big blow indeed, because he was doing a good job. These fans, I'm sure, will agree with me. Here is the Mapiravira mascot, clad in yellow in the Vietnam end, as Lloyd Samaitam Tasa warms up his entire bench in preparation for the changes that are likely to come because of the injury to Muchkambizi. Tinotenda, one of the most reliable players in Mwos' outfit.
Yeah, he's also very important to them. He's one of the 2 players who came in from Division 1. Yeah, one of the 4 players who are in the starting lineup now who did duty for Mwos in the Division 1 league together with Tinotenda, Tafazwa George, yeah, Malvin Mudzuka, Tafazwa Nyabunze, and himself there, Mchambizi Tinotenda, loyal child of Mwos.
Yes, indeed, and Chizai carelessly playing the ball into touch for a throw in. 32 minutes gone. Just under 13 minutes to the Oranges. Stokozis Msebe to Abubakar. Walter Msona to Msebe. Shidolo turning away from his marker. Sebe is under pressure. This one goes out of play. Throw in. After a lot of pressure on Mtokozi Sebe.
Mwos are preparing to bring in Makshon Murambiwa.
Now, Mwos actually fighting indeed. I hear, as you quite rightly said, Joe, that a change is about to be made. An injury-inspired substitution. Makshon Murambiwa will come in for Tinotenda Mchambizi. That is the confirmation from Thanks Nyahuye. We have 2 ladies officials this afternoon. So Murambiwa takes his place in the middle of the park, alongside Nyabunze as one of the defensive midfielder, Nole Jimsona. Mohamed gets it back. Sona once more to Walter. It's taken away by Nyabunze, the captain, playing deep inside his own half. Nyabunze has got nerves of steel, turning back to face his goal. Here it comes once more. Murambiwa with his first touch. Mwos enjoying useful possession. Ball played through, and this one taken away quite easily. Shidolo looking very strong in the middle of the park. Timbanyoka going through. Billiard turns away from his marker, but finds Sona Walter. Timbanyoka, good looking cross, headed away. And the Mwos can survive. Reginald Chinemo can take it away, but somehow he gives it away. Abubakar, I don't understand it. Knowledge Msona, the smiling assassin, lays it through. And of course, they wanted a whistle. Timbanyoka going down quite easily. not impressing the referee, Kwetsan Dirwai, the Tizai Francis. Watched by these fans this afternoon. He throws it wide on the far side.
Meanwhile, in the Blaue Derby standing, Chicken Inn are trailing by 1-0. Blaue Chiefs have found the lead in that Blaue Derby at the moment. And then the other matches so far across the country, it still remains goalless like it is here to Faro. So we've only had one goal so far this afternoon, and it's credit to Blaue Chiefs over Chicken Inn.
Goals are something that's now very scarce in our league, and we hope this season we will be able to break the 15-goal mark, because Navaya Washington is on 13, and with a few matches to go in the season, let's hope that he will continue to score and get things right. Shidolo has broken loose, turns away from his marker, but Katsande won't budge, and this one is cleared away into touch. That's a throw-in to Maviravira, with their fans in full voice. They've given away possession. This is now coming to Mwos, and fans settling down. They need a goal to jack them out of their seats. They've had close shaves. Good marking there from Viravira defenders. Lovely control. Chidolo winning possession, but Nyabunze doesn't give up possession at all. Referee says play on, he won the ball. Walter Msona, under a lot of pressure, manages to wriggle away from his marker to find Abubakar Isak Mohammed rather. Timbanyoka, good looking cross, headed away by Valentine Katsande. No wonder why they've given him Man of the Match awards on 3 consecutive matches. The Northern-based defender Valentine. Some young fans enjoying themselves here. They're very popular on the internet.
Yeah,
they talk about the rivalry between Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, and they are now almost full-time supporters as we see the incident there, with Mohammed heading from behind and injuring his opponent in Atabanda. Atabanda has been at the end of some rough tackles in this match. With 7 minutes to go, he is down injured. We hope that is nothing serious, and he will be able to get up and continue.
Speaking of the fans, they look at those that are dancing from the terraces daily. I think we've had a fair crowd this afternoon, considering the two teams, one coming from Noton and the other one coming from Buku. But I think the crowd that we witnessed this afternoon, yeah, it's a fair crowd for this kind of a fixture.
Yeah, definitely it is, because these are new teams in the league, and to have managed to garner such support is certainly good going. Very good going indeed. And the other good thing to note is that we've got ladies in there singing. And Coach Nomen Mapeza, as always, taking a hard, long look at proceedings. Yeah, those are some of the ladies we are talking about.
And the one there on the top left holding a child.
Yeah, it's a
Catch them young.
Catching them young. They get used to the noise here at Trufaro. I tried to do that with one of my kids to come and watch football here. She kept on yelling, "Please, you're making noise, keep quiet." So then I said, I won't go with you again. Good looking cross into the center, headed away. Tibanyoka does well, but Nyabunze keeping a tight rein on the movements of Knowledge Msona. Mwos are really fighting for every loose ball there. Nyabunze following. Walter Msona, Msebe to the far side. Picking out Abubakar. Moffat lays it through for Kama Billiard. The return on Abubakar. Kama Billiard, but a sliding tackle plays it away. Good approach work from But Viravira, unfortunately, there was a defender in the end. That's Marambiwa who cleared the effort.
That's typical of Scotland. You know, they like playing to quick short passes and then they transition as a block, and it's typical of how they've always been doing business. Cool, patient build-ups, finding each other, short to mid-term, mid-range passes, and then breaking down the defensive lines of the opponents.
Here they are once again. That's Valentine clearing the danger. Sebe on the far side will keep possession for Scotland. This one a bit too long for Nyasulu. He's having to run backwards to collect. Now has got the ball firmly under control. The Malawian plays it through, looking for Timbanyoka, tightly monitored. George has lost it. Kama Billiard keeps possession. Danger here. Kama Billiard showing great dexterity and trickery. There's a chance from Timbanyoka in the area, but that one headed away and comes on the near side. In the end, it goes out of play. Throw in from Viravira and Sama becoming referees in the stands, just telling us who should actually have the ball. Oh, this is a good-looking chance, but Shidolo was not composed. Sona back to Mohamed, who's really been playing himself into trouble. Isaka Mohamed. And the throw-in is taken short. Nyasulu will roll it for Peter Mdua. He's very calculating with this game. Peter Mdua doesn't create problems for himself.
It's
Whatever
basic.
he does, very basic.
Very basic and effective
Very
and
effective
efficient.
indeed, yes. Sure, Nyasulu will learn a lot from the Zimbabwean. And Isaka heads this one into touch. For the Panthers to take 3 minutes to the Oranges. Sona brought down the free kick.
He's not happy with the physical treatment he's been receiving. That's not like Musona, because Katsande there went in there to give him a handshake to console him, and Musona shunned it.
Yeah, of course, experienced players, they know that, look, they've been given instructions to take care of these dangerous players, and if they bring them down, they try to make peace with the match official. And Kwet Sandirwai has been very, very kind indeed to both sides. And this one carelessly played by Tafazwa George to the wrong person. Sebe finds Abubakar Moffat. Walter Msona has been kept out of the game here this afternoon, but this is the player that normally comes up with dangerous shots. He's sitting on 11 goals. Done well. Here is not Walter Msona. Young Msona in possession once more. Rolls it wide to the far side. We are told that we will be playing 3 minutes of additional time. Here is Mtokozi Zimsebe. Vastly talented player, takes a shot at goal. Too far to bother Francis Tizai.
I think that was a shot taken out of frustration. If you look at the way Mwos have lined up their defensive shape when they don't have the ball, look at the way Scotland were playing the ball. They were playing in not dangerous areas. So Mwos were content to allow Scotland to play around with the ball in places where they are not going to damage them. So that short attempted goal was just as an indication of how frustrated Scotland have been by the defensive shape applied by Mwos.
Yes, indeed, they came here, Mwos, knowing exactly what to do. And Msona, young Msona, that's Walter going down. And Billy Vera. The player going down, let's just make out who that is. Unfortunately, he stays down. Injured Wilson Mensah, the Ghanaian, who has scored 6 goals for the Panthers. Play has been stopped.
Yeah, that was an elbow.
That was an elbow.
That was an elbow there by Peter Mdua.
Peter Mdua. Yeah, clearly an elbow.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you see, this is not what the referee was watching. he sees everything in real time, so I don't blame him that much. Because if it has taken me a replay to see exactly what happened. It exonerates the referee. It's not a free kick, just a play being stopped so that he can be attended to.
And that's Mwos' top goal scorer, Wilson Mensah. He's got 6 goals to his name, and he's actually Mwos' top goal scorer. And they don't want to lose him because of an injury.
Yeah,
that's the Ghanaian, Wilson Mensah.
As we take a second look at how it happened, he had done well to beat Udua. Surely the ref should have seen this. I mean, the more you see the replay, the more it becomes blatant. So Mapfirawira, we're lucky on that occasion. It could have been a free kick in a very dangerous position. Now Dirwai is asking for the ball so that he will restart the game with an uncontested drop ball. Peter Mdua lucky to get away with that foul. Isaka Mohammed again, so laid back. So laid back. I don't see him coming back in the second 45. He hasn't been at his best. That's Isaka Mohammed is getting some words from his coach Norman Mapeza. Samaita bellowing instructions as well. A usually calm and collected character, Lloyd Samaita Mtasa. But he's a bit animated this afternoon. And play has been stopped once again. Another player lying face down.
That's Atabanda now.
Atabanda again, Atabanda.
A victim of an aerial ball that was flighted up, and then the 2 players were going up for the same ball, and then Atabanda comes out as the victim there.
Yeah, indeed, we've gone a few seconds before the end of the first 45 minutes here at Rufaro Stadium. Scotland 0, Mwos 0. Mapfirawira, in days gone by, like 2 weeks ago or so, there would have been 1 or 2 goals up already. But it looks like Mutasa came with a clear plan as we see the incident once again escaping the attention of the referee, Kwetsani Dirwai. Elbows are being allowed to fly around. Atabanda with 5 goals. A very reliable youngster for the Panthers. Abubakar Moffat cleared long into enemy zone. Kamabilia taking time to bring the ball down under his spell. Here he is guiding it backwards. Moffat Abubakar. Junior Sulu, the Malawian, but he's been stopped by the referee, who blows to end the first 45 minutes here at Rufaro Stadium. And of course, the first 45 minutes ended with Atabanda on the touchline. Because as is the case these days, if you stop play because of an injury that wasn't noticed, it is deemed that you're trying to take advantage of killing momentum. 0-0 at halftime here. Joe, your thoughts of the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think the first 45 minutes have been evenly balanced, but we saw in the early parts of the game, Mwos showing their intent to get an early goal. They had more threatening attempts at goal early parts of the game, and then Scotland slowly got their way back into the game. And now as they go to the halftime break, lead, at 0-0, I think it's a fair score line at the moment. But Scotland will be more disappointed to say they didn't get a goal out of the few chances that they created. And I think, well, Coach Norman Mapeza will have something to talk about at halftime. But I think on the credit for Norman Stanley Mtasa's side, I think he's done well to teach his team to defend solidly and repel any other threat that has been thrown at them by Scotland. So defensively, Mwos are doing well.
Yes, indeed, they are defensively doing very well, which tells us that, look, it's Mapfirawira who are attacking through and through. And let's try to go down now to the touchline. Looks like Valentine Mabuku is ready for us.
Indeed, many thanks there go to our match commentators, Aldo Stanley Katande, together with John Kani, as they gave us that first half, first 45 of this very much a big match for the two sides, a derby that was built back in the Northern Region Soccer League, and it came into the local Premier Soccer League, the Kasalaga Premier Soccer League last season, and it continues today on match day 26. Goalless it is at first half. Not much really to talk about, save for just a few chances struck at goal. But I still have my two analysts, that is Max and Spence. I would like to call it that way, put it in that effect. But Spencer, your first half from your own eagle eye, maybe if you can just give us your first take of the first 45.
Well, it was a cagey affair, of course. Nothing much to really write home. Both teams know each other. They're just taking each other head on in terms of the passing game. Both teams playing an exciting passing game. Mwos could have actually taken the lead in the first minute. Billy Verem with the opportunity to have taken the shot at goal, but Nelson Chachga was also equal to the task. Moffat Abubakar could have also taken the lead for Scotland, but opted to pass the ball. But I think both goalkeepers were doing well, as we see that chance.
Indeed, Billy Verem there, good wrong technique, but you did strike the ball, but you didn't pick the right spot. Made it easy for Nelson Chachga.
Yeah, I think he just got his angles wrong there. I think that was a golden opportunity. He just got to score there. I think if he scores there, then the game is on. I think Mwos were actually brilliant in the first 15 to 20 minutes of that game. They had those chances. Probably some of them were half chances. But that first one, they should have buried it. I think Scotland were nowhere to be found in the first 15, and it was all about Mwos. They could have capitalized on those few chances in that early stage of the game, and I think it could have been a different story at the break as well. But a good start for Lloyd Matasa. But just towards the end, I think Scotland managed to get a foot back in the game, as you're just seeing some of those chances as well. Unfortunately for that, the goalkeeper had his angles right, and he managed to parry it away. But a very interesting start to the game, because I thought Mwos were going to have much of the possession, but it wasn't to be at the first 25 minutes.
And of course, you look at, let's talk about Numan Mapeza using a makeshift left back in Bubakar Moffat. Yet you've got the likes of Abed Manenji to start, or even shackle up Jalai to go to the right, then Isaka Mohammed to the left. So your take on that, Spence?
Well, I thought he could have started with Manenje, but Manenje, I think in terms of, as we see the highlights, Mwos having to defend. There was the good shot by Abubakar, and the goalkeeper Tizai with the equally important save for Mwos. And I think Abubakar, this is where he loves to play in the middle of the park. I mean, look at the technique, the strike. He does everything beautiful, and the keeper eyes on the ball and equal to the task and makes a beautiful save.
And let's look at some of the set pieces that did come, Max, there again at the edge of the box. It looks like the two teams are not using the set piece chances that they get, because we always say a corner kick is half a chance, and some of the set pieces towards your opponent's goal is also half a chance.
Yeah, that time around we thought maybe it was probably going to be Abubakar taking that one. I think Spencer was talking about how it could have been much more better in terms of the angles if Moffat had taken it, Musona as well taking it again. But we haven't seen much of effect in terms of those set pieces. Scotland have done a little bit better, but for Mwos, I think they've wasted some of those set pieces that they've got. And we're talking about the height advantage that they have. They have not been able to make use of it as well as we go into the break with a new scoreline. And in this moment, I think this is when we started to see more of Scotland. And again, Moffat drifting away from his position.
At that time, he should have hit the ball instead of looking for the pass. Look at that. And he goes into the box, he done well.
Pick a spot.
And he does have a very good, strong left foot as well.
Pass. He tried to square back to Knowledge Msona, but he should have picked up a spot. It was an easy chance for him to pick a spot and hit the ball in the back of the net.
At least a shot on goal. I think it should have been a shot on goal.
Look at that.
So when you look at that angle there, maybe you might say it's not the right foot. I'm using my left.
Smash the ball,
but just smash it. Top somehow.
Yeah, you just gotta take your chances. You just gotta believe that somehow it will get into the back of the net. That time around, he tried to find Musona, who was tightly marked, unfortunately, because all the players, the defender, had swarmed on Musona, and he had the ample time and space to at least get a shot on goal. But I think they ended well that first half. I think they'll be glad with what they saw, because in the first 25 it was all about Mwos, but towards the end, that's where we saw Scotland at least getting a foot in the game.
Gentlemen, let's talk about the second half as well, as we see some of the score lines coming through from the other side, and the sweetest music is coming through from Chawanda Stadium as well, Max. Looking at they're leading by 2-0, and it is the navigator, really, the informer man, now on 14 goals. Let's talk about the impact of that as we look at some of the score lines from other centres on match day 26, as there are 7 games altogether today, the Casablanca Premier Soccer League.
Yeah, quite interesting. I think they would have known about that in the dressing room now with the coach knowing that Hard Rock have taken the lead. That's the pressure of being in a title race now. When the other team that is just behind you goes on the lead, it's now on you to deliver the goods. They haven't really seen the likes of Kamabiliat in that first half. We haven't seen much from them in terms of their attacking prowess in front of goal. But on the other hand, you have Hard Rock, who have already taken the lead, and you'd probably think they will be able to get those 3 points, now narrowing the gap again until we can see something from Scotland. And I think we were talking about how we have, in the previous years, we haven't seen so much of a competitive league season like we are seeing now. And this is a proper title race, and this is exactly what you want to see, Vava.
Let's talk about as well about the relegation dogfight that is also currently underway. Agama holding their own as well. FC Platinum goalless again today. They've got a new coach who has come in as well and try and stabilize the ship for them. They've had an indifferent season nonetheless. Your take as well in the relegation matrix, because Hunters are being drawn into that matrix.
Well, that one there, it's going to be a tricky one, but for Manica Diamond Tier 1, looks like this one, they'll have a miracle to survive, as well as also Hunters themselves. They're also battling the Agama. Hunters and Agama, they're also still fighting. But I think the dogfight at the bottom there, it's going to be very tricky. But looking at the way the teams are playing, they're not the teams fighting relegation are not scoring. They need to be scoring so that they can get, as we see, the match results just underneath your screen there. And I think Blair Chiefs also holding the own against Chicken Inn.
That's a derby.
That Blair derby.
Indeed, and Navaya there with 2 goals for that is a Hard Rock. Now let's talk about the second half, moves that the 2 got.
Yep.
We saw an involuntary, substitution, an injury-inspired substitution being made by Lloyd Samaitam. And let's look at his bench and what he needs to do to get maximum points here.
Well, I think so far you'll be happy with how his team has played. I think so far, the first 11 that played, they have done well, save for Muchkambis, who came out injured. And I think the youngster that came in went straight in the middle of the park and is doing a great job. So I think for the first 10 or 15 minutes, just maintain the same team, because they've already made a substitute. Just let the team continue to gel and let the team continue to play the way they're playing. I think you'll be very happy with what they've done in the first half. I mean, they're playing with no pressure. They're playing a passing game. They're going forward. Just that they're not taking the chances, like Radford said, they're not utilizing the set pieces, because those are half chances that they can be taking given the area height they've got. They need to capitalize on the set pieces.
Yeah, definitely. I think just more of the same for both teams as well. Especially like Spencer is saying, I think Mwos have played brilliantly as well. If they were just a little bit quicker in terms of their thinking in that bit of the park, probably make 1 or 2 much more clever passes, they could have been actually leading this one as well. And I think the other thing goes back to the set pieces. I think they'll find a way into the game with those set pieces. And you gotta hit a team when they're at their weakest. And in those first few minutes, I think Scotland were really open, and Mwos could have done much more better than that. But now you have to forget about that first half, continue into the second half, make sure that you stick to your play, stick to your game, still believing as well. Unfortunately, they've already lost a player to that unforced injury. But for the next 15-20 minutes, I think you just gotta keep it like that.
Let's look at where the goals can come from here, gentlemen, because we need to find the goals. Yeah. For us, Kutros, we enjoy watching goals come in. Yes, the 2 keepers have had more of a lazy day in the office and chilled, not much save for that brilliant save that Chaja did pull of Billy Veremu's strike. Where can we get the goals here?
Well, for Scotland, I mean, they've got the deadly trio, Oldham Sona, Knowledge Sona, Kamabiliat. Any one of those 3 players can actually come up with the goal. And I fancy going into the second half, you should see Musona, the two Musona stepping up and looking for that goal. Given that they will know that Hard Rock are leading, they will need to put pressure and keep putting forward. Moses Shidolo is another player who can come in with the goals for Scotland. I mean, he knows how to get in the box, as well as and sometimes Mseba is also another player who knows how to push forward. So I think For Scotland, they've got enough aerial to get the goals. They've been scoring for fun. And let's see how they've only been restricted for 45 minutes. Let's see if Mwos can restrict them for the last 45 minutes. They've done very well, but I doubt if they can do it for the 90 minutes.
Max, they've impressed those three, that front three, as we look at some of their attempts as well. Scotland, most of their attempts, three as well, but three on target nonetheless. But effective are Mwos, 3 attempts, 2 on target nonetheless. They need to find a goal, and they have had the opportunities. They need to bury these chances at the two teams camp.
Yeah, not much really separating the two. Even if you look at the ball position, quite balanced as well. I would have thought that Scotland would have more of it, but Mwos have done well. I think they have to exploit that indifference with Abubakar Moffat in that left back position. I think they have to press more. They put on the crosses. They do have the advantage in the box. I think if they do that, they will probably create more chances in the second half.
Indeed, now I've saved my analysts from predictions this afternoon. Let it flow a bit. Let's take you to the match commentary where Stanley Katande and John Kani are holding forth for the second half of match day 26 of the Castle Premier Soccer League. A Scotland deal, Mwos nil.
Welcome back to Rufaro Stadium for the second 45 minutes here between Scotland, the home team, and the Mwos, the away team, as we see Peter Ndlovu, Norman Mapeza, and a new signing from Brazil. That's De Campos. I watched him last weekend. That's Anderson De Campos. Yeah, that's a player to watch. He was very impressive indeed. Full of running, reads the game well. His passes were fantastic. I think he's being eased into the system by Norman Mapeza. And Scotland have just broken up their pre-match ritual, trying to create some teamwork, some camaraderie. There is Anderson De Campos. Looks like he's now sorting out his playing equipment. We could be seeing him soon in the second 45 minutes, Joe.
Yeah, we could probably see him. And during the pre-match interview, Norman Mapeza was asked if he would consider bringing him the new signing as one of the new signings. He says it will depend on the outcome or on the movement of the game. And we might see him coming in. We don't know for how many minutes, but probably to be someone to look forward to if you look at how he played against Kaizer Chiefs last week in the Toyota Cup.
Yes, indeed. And of course, you could see from the statistics that Scotland, we're not attacking well enough because they do have a shortage of attackers, as we see Norman Mapeza and his assistants there. That include Peter Ndlovu, the great Peter Ndlovu, the greatest warrior of all time, sitting on the bench as team manager. And we may be seeing a change anytime soon. Referee Dirwai says, let's get on with it, as the ball is played straight into touch by Marvin Mudzuka. Shidolo for Mohamed, who finds Nyasulu. Togos is Msebe. Nyasulu finds Peter Mdua, who doesn't waste time, playing the ball to Moffat Abubakar. Mwos have managed to clear, but Peter Mdua stands in the way. That one played on the far side, Mtimba Nyoka to Kama Billiard. Good control by the little man. And in the end, Tafazwa Joe takes it away. Plays it through. And Isaka has lost possession. Now Mwos are pushing forward. The cross. Good clearance there by Mwos defender. And this one guided backwards. Zambezi restarting the formula with this goalkeeper, Francis Tizai. Another long searching effort headed away by Abubakar. A good cushioned header there by Knowledge Msona to find Shidolo. Timbanyoka. Back to Shidolo. Tries to turn, but it rolls into touch of a Mwos defender, and that will be a corner kick. the first one in the second half. Maybe a clear sign of what was discussed at halftime by Norman Mapeza and his team.
Yeah.
That let's attack, attack, and attack.
Yeah.
Here's an opportunity for them.
I agree, because they were on the up towards the last few minutes of the first half. That is Scotland.
Here comes the corner. Timbanyoka on the edge of the area. Tries another shot. Didn't have direction, plenty of power. Here they are once again. Mwos are managing to hit back. Good defensive work, Peter Mtua. Turns away from his marker. The goalkeeper, Chachka, clears. Here they come once again. Mwos, the Panthers. Flick header into the box. This looks dangerous. They don't have enough manpower as the ball is laid back. Reginald Chinemo failing to get past the marker. Nora Jimsona looking for Kama Billiat. This boy has got a magnet in his feet. The ball does exactly what he wants it to do. Into the middle of the park, Musebe, push to the ground. Referee says play on. Mohamed lays it through. Timbanyoka, he cannot get past his marker. Tafazwa George does well before a miscue, playing the ball into touch for a throw in to Mapviravira. And the fans are in full voice here, expecting something good. Nyasulu stands on the ball, looks one way, then the other. Musebe will guide it back to Peter Mdua. Nixon Nyasulu. Kama Billiat. Is tightly monitored, but he's given them lots of problems. No like Sona, but cleared away. Billy Veramo. Water skips one way, goes down, looking for a penalty, no ways, and the clearance comes through. That was a dangerous situation for the Panthers. They got away out of jail there. Knowledge Msona failing to punish them.
Knowledge Msona failing. Look at that move that was crafted there from the right wing. The Mwos defender thought he was going to allow the ball to come back for a corner kick, and then it was centered in. What a dummy from Walter Msona there, but there was nothing much to give away a penalty there. I think it was a fair challenge. Yeah, but the move that was crafted from the right-hand side on the part of Scotland, I think Mwos did very well to repel it, which I think has been Mwos' strength this afternoon. Their defensive shape, their defensive abilities. Scotland has thrown everything at Mwos, but Mwos has been equal to the task.
Yes, indeed, they've done very well, keeping shape and make sure that no player is allowed to roam around freely. And out of your picture, changes will be coming through. Tafazwa George calls it a day, and in comes just number 3, Brandon Mpofu. Changing a defender. I didn't see much wrong. Maybe it's a change of strategy by Lloyd Samaitam Tasa, but Tafazwa George calls it a day. Jersey number 19. This is his 4th game in a row. And Billy Veremu, yeah, also calls it a day. And in comes Marceline Mlilo, who joined from Wange. Shidolo tries a dummy, tightly monitored. Mofat Abubakar. Walter Msona trying to skip around his marker, but he's tightly monitored. No free space at all being offered in the middle of the park. Here's Nyasulu guiding it forward. Look at Kama Billiat bringing down the ball intelligently. One swing to the other, the cross comes in, it's looking good, nobody home for Mapviravira. But my word, Kama Billiat, he's a thorn in the flesh. I'm glad I'm not a player. I wouldn't like to be marking such a man.
He's one player who's very confident with the ball, and he's got so much good tight control of the ball. He brings the ball down and he plays the way he wants, and he's got so much confidence which borders on arrogance, and I think he's one player who would want to be your teammate and not your opponent.
Certainly can all be happy if he's my teammate here. Msebe into the center for Nixon Nyasulu. Ball is taken away, it comes back again to Msebe. Riding a tackle intelligently, Msebe trying to construct a raid here. Moffat on the near side. Good looking cross. The goalkeeper does well. Oh, that was a clever dummy by Msona.
Yeah, he tried to play a deft touch onto the near post, you know, with his output, which was well read by Tizai, Francis Tizai on goal for Mwos. I think a good move from the left here, Walter Msona, and combining well with his brother, but of course nothing came out of that. But a promising move by Scotland all the same.
Yes, indeed, a very promising move indeed. Can they continue to do that? Here they come once again now with the substitute Mlilo, who goes down, and looks like the referee has been persuaded to flash his yellow card.
Nyasulu is the one.
Nixon Nyasulu.
Yeah, the first card of the afternoon.
Yeah. Crudely bringing down Wilson Mensah, the Ghanaian. Yeah, the Ghanaian is a tricky customer. Well, this is a Ghanaian affair. They know each other very well. Maybe from home, he knows that if you let him go, he's going to punish you severely. Free kick for the Panthers from Norton. Mwos World of Sport.
Is Nyasulu from Malawi?
Malawi, yes.
Yeah, from Malawi. He used to play for Big Bullets in Malawi, and then we came to FC Platinum.
And this one is out of play. Confirmation of the yellow card. It's actually Nyasulu. My apologies. I was talking of Mensah, of Isaka. It's actually Nyasulu. And the charge guy has done well to parry this one over, giving away a corner kick. Nearly caught off guard. The corner will come from the near side here. It's taken long, punched away once again for another corner. Oh my dear. This is one of the most difficult matches that Maviravira have ever played. It's like a predator that is trying to catch prey, which is fighting back fiercely. A chance once again, but this one cleared away. Oh, what a miss. Now Billiard. Msona in possession. These two can be deadly. And this one taken away by Tizai. These fans were expecting something special because they know that that duo normally produces goals. But Lloyd Mtasa has got his players well drilled here. They are closing down on Knowledge Msona and Kama Billiard.
You can't afford to give them any room. Yeah, and more so when Walter Msona comes into the fray. You know, it's a deadly trio.
It is, and these guys, if you give them an inch, they'll get a meter. So don't ever make a mistake when dealing with them. Peter Mjua now, former Viravira. To Nyasulu, the Malawian, who picked up a yellow card a short while ago. In a goalless situation, we welcome those joining us for the first time. It's 0-0 here. And free kick to the Panthers. Katande guiding it backwards. Long one played away out of danger. Now they come forward. Nyabunze. Good ball played on the near side. Bamzuka has been looking very lively indeed, Mudzuka Malvin. Alongside Nyabunze in the middle of the park. Zambezi posting a long searching ball forward. Here they come once again. The Pandas with Chinemo. Banda is chasing a loose ball, and in the end is penalized. Free kick. Sebe taking a bit of time. And a massive clearance from Peter Mdua. Kama Billiard goes down under challenge. Close to the center circle. Msona to Shidolo. Striding forward. Shidolo to the far side. Mtimbanyoka forced onto his weak left foot. Comes back to Knowledge Msona. Plays a grounder. No direction. And he's clearly frustrated. It hasn't been going well for the veteran striker. And this time around, it goes out for a goal kick. I can tell you that Norman Mapeza is thinking of what to do here to get a goal. But good control coming in this meanwhile from Mensah. And it's guided backwards to Nelson Chajga. Peter Mdua. Sona. Peter Mdua once again. Stands on the ball before playing a long ball downfield. Timbanyoka trying to get a whistle, I'm sure. He wanted the ref to blow so that Vimsonas, any of them, could take a free kick. Here they come once again with Marcelin Mlilo, the former Wange boy. Yabunze. And the dummy all the way back to the goalkeeper, who must clear now under pressure from Kama Billiard. Zuka failing to control it. Now he picks it up. Tries an out footer. Banda beats his mark on the ground, but Abubakar, good recovery. Playing so well at right back this afternoon. Moffat Abubakar. He hasn't put a foot wrong since being shifted, so it's certainly a good showing for him.
He's one player who's sure-footed, is very confident and also stocky. You can struggle to get him off the ball, and I think he's done well for Scotland on the left back, where we normally see Kwake Twala playing that position, and I don't know why he's not in the lineup today. He's not even on substitute bench.
Kama Billiard! Taken away by the goalkeeper. Normally Billiard would score from there, but somehow he shot straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think give credit to the goalkeeper, I think, for good positioning there, which again is also reinforcing the thinking and the notice that Mwos have done well in their defensive shape. You know, they are in with a good timing. They know when to attack. They know when to stop Scotland, and they've done so well defensively. That is Mwos.
Yes, indeed, Mwos now with Katsande. Valentine looks one way, drifts through, slips it through, but Mohammed takes it away. Zambezi with an interception to find Marcelin Mlilo. Mlilo gets the return pass and all the way back to his goalkeeper. Tizai Francis. Katsande is on the side again. Ball is kept in play. Here they come now. Banda goes down. Hey, he knows exactly how to attract the referee's attention at the Banda.
And
that is the effort.
They know each other.
By Kama Billiard. Look at that.
On the volley.
9 times out of 10, that was a side step.
Yeah, he tried to start.
I think it's because of the pressure from the defender. And confirmation of the scoreline. 0-0 here at Rufaro Stadium. If you're joining us for the first time, Scotland versus Mwos. Two teams that started their rivalry in Division 1, and it continues in the Premier League here. Last season, Scotland won the league, and the second was Mwos. So you can see that the rivalry goes a long way. Long clearance from Zambezi. This one picked up, and Zambezi. No, it's at the Banda, who clattered into an opponent, and the referee is blown. Free kick. Looks like Chajga would like to take it. Another look at how it all happened. It's a long effort from deep in the Maviravira half. This bounce is awkward. Knowledge Msona kicking an opponent who didn't feel the pain. Oh, this is a lovely touch at the banda, drifting in the area, but what a tackle. What a tackle from Mofat Abubakar. My goodness me. Here's a chance for Maviravira. Msebe. Norman Mapeza knows exactly how to motivate players. We were talking of Abubakar Mofat having dropped his game from in the middle of the field. He gave him another role and he's performing excellently.
Very dependable player, and also justifies why he was also called into the national team that went to do duty in England a few weeks ago. So that's Abubakar Mofat for you, and also is an experienced player. Remember, he used to play in Spain, and before he came to join Mwos in Norton.
Yes, this one is quickly taken, and the shot comes through the clearance on the far side, and Nyasulu allows it out of play to get a throw in. That gives him a breather, of course, because he has to go back into his preordained position. There is a chance now. Shidolo, Nyasulu, the Malawian, looks downfield, trying to find Kamabeliat. Zambezi with a massive clearance, and this one is headed out by Mlilo. Marceline Mlilo, formerly of Wange, now close to the capital in Norton. Sona couldn't control it, goes out of play, and it looks like the veteran is completely run out of his legs now. But now he wins a crucial tackle. He goes down, free kick. Knowledge Msona's free kick. This is a good looking position and these fans will love it.
I'm sure Scotland will be desperate to get a goal because news coming in Hard Rock are not good news. It's not good news for Scotland because Hard Rock are leading 2-0 through a Washington Avaya brace over Manica Diamond.
Yes, Washington Avaya on 15 goals now. So the 15 goal mark has been broken. And we hope that he continues to score in other matches. Here is Msona. And a miscued effort over the bar, corner kick. The corner will come to be taken by the Maviravira captain, Walter Msona. It's a good looking one, but headed away. Knowledge Msona, back to his young brother. It's a brother affair, and another header by Valentine Katsande. Doesn't get very far. Clearance by Zambezi. And a free kick has just been awarded. Maviravira have got a player down, injured.
Peter Mdua went for the high ball, and other Banda stood his ground. He didn't really go for the ball. I think he just remained on the ground while Peter Mdua went airborne.
Let's take a second look at it. Oh yes, it's the awkward landing by Peter Mdua, and you can't blame it on the Mwos player. It's unfortunate that Mdua got injured, but otherwise I don't know why the ref has blown for a free kick.
And Peter Mdua is not clearing the touch line. He was pretending like he's going outside the pitch, but then he stopped before he could clear the pitch. And of course the referee spotted it and asked him to clear the line.
Yeah, but look, FIFA is well aware of all these tricks.
And interestingly, he's injured on the arm, but he's limping. You know, these things by footballers, sometimes it's so amazing, very interesting.
Very, very amazing indeed. And Nyasulu's clearance doesn't go very far. Mzuka, Marvin, this one taken away. I thought that he had won the ball fair and square, but the referee has blown to give a free kick to the Panthers from Norton. Free kick to be taken by Valentine Katsande. It looks like Walter Msona. Once the ball moves back a few meters, Katsande plays it across the field. Wide to the far side, Zambezi finds Mlilo. Mwos looking very comfortable in possession. Now if the cross comes in, oh, that was too deep. Too deep, and it looks like Peter Mdua off your picture is ready to come back on. Knowledge Msona now. Playing it forward. Knowledge Msona, I think he was brought down soon after making the clearance. Some jovial fans in the stands enjoying themselves. Norman Mapeza, no smiles at all at the moment, because it's not what he was expecting. He knew, of course, it was going to be a difficult match, but because of this man, Lloyd Samaitamtasa, no smiles for Mavirawira at the moment. Nobody home for Mwos, and Chajga will take it. Rolls it short for the impressive Abubakar Moffat. Peter Mdua. Some high press coming in from the Northern West side here. They are not giving opponents any space at all. Yakunze still running very strongly. Oh, this is a wonderful chance. Not a very good run by his teammate there. Instead of going inwards, instead of going outwards, he went in.
Yeah, wrong decision making there. Look at the most officials there. Also agreeing with us that it was a question of decision making. We were going the wrong way where there's traffic, and then the other side was actually open for more forward play.
Valentine Katsande hacked down by Kama Billiard. The referee, Irwai, agrees. Free kick to the Panthers. There is the opportunity. See, other Banda caught in possession. Yes, Mwos are coming through. Mohammed, a chance. That's a heavy touch, and in the end, Dirwai calling it a free kick, and again Samai Tamtasa.
He doesn't agree.
Doesn't agree. I think he's justified in a way. And when Mwos got the ball, that's when he blew. Here they come once again. The Panthers giving away possession rather cheaply. Shidolo. Peter Mdua will guide it back to his goalkeeper. And the news filtering through is that Scotland rather would like to make a change. It could be jersey number 7, Kingsley Mureremba, a midfield change. Let's see how they execute this one. Knowledge Msona, who is likely to depart. Msona slips it through, is taken away. Nyabunza being held back. Mzuka getting past his marker. Now they come, Lilo. Mzuka once again turns goalwards. And that's a lovely ball through. But of course, well read there by Nyasulu, who is brought down, and the referee no doubt will blow to give a free kick to Maviravira. And these fans are still waiting for a goal here. They would have wanted to see 1 or 2 goals, but it's not happening.
But I don't think Mwos will be disappointed by their showing this afternoon. Because if you look at their away form, Stanley, they are the 9th best away travelers. They've played 12 away games. This one is the 13th, and out of that they've gone 13 points. Whereas on the flip side, Scotland are the 2nd best home team after Ngezi Platinum. They've played 12 home games, getting 25 points out of their 12 home games. And Ngezi Platinum so far are the leading best home team at the moment in the league with 27 points from 13 games.
Oh, lovely stuff here, and clearance. And it looks like, yeah, there was a foul on a Mwos defender. Samain Tamtasa animated this afternoon. And finally, jersey number 17 for Scotland, Knowledge Msona, calls it a day. The smiling assassin, he couldn't exert himself today, which in a way is a commendable display by Mwos, because this man here, when we'll get to this stage of the game, having scored 1 or 2 goals.
Yes, yeah, indeed. I think we need to give credit to Lloyd Mtasa for this afternoon shift. The way he has managed to frustrate Scotland, I think he did his homework very well. He read their script and also came up with a counter plan. Scotland haven't really threatened as we would have wanted or as we would have expected from them. But at the moment, Mwos, I think, will be given credit for their defensive showing. As you can see now, Knowledge Msona being taken off is always one of the front three in Scotland who cause problems. They remind me of Liverpool 3, Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino, and Mo Salah, which is a similar setup in Scotland.
Yes, indeed, Scotland, they've had to take out one of their leading men here in Knowledge Msona. And Muzuka calls it a day. In comes Kongwari. They've also brought in just number 10, Nigel Makumbe, who joined from Tel 1. And Clive Kongwari is a very pivotal player for them. There he is with a header. This one will be picked up now by Tokozi Simsebe. Mureremba losing possession almost immediately. Nyabunze, good as ever, playing it on the near side here. Certainly Mwos are giving a good run to their opponents. It's Nyabunze once more. Plays it to the far side, but lacks accuracy. Timbanyoka can pick it up. Kamabiliat throws himself to the ground, but the ref has bought the dummy. And these fans, well, if they're supporting Scotland, they are happy with that decision. Take a look at that.
Yeah, well, I think the thigh actually got the better of him as he was about to set off. Yeah, oh, I think it's a fair call on the part of the referee.
Yeah. Now Nyasolo. It's been very impressive at the back for Scotland. Heavily involved in all the moves. Timbanyoka trying a quick return pass, but Nyabunze thwarting each and every move and wins a throw in, and even a round of applause from the Mwos faithfuls here. A wonderful performance indeed by the veteran defender.
Very wonderful and commendable performance. Remember, we also need to credit him for Knowledge Msona's exit, because he was actually like a leech on Knowledge Msona, frustrating every attempt that Knowledge Msona would want to do for Scotland. And I think he deserves the kudos. That is Captain Nyasulu.
Yes,
I mean, Nyabunze,
captain. Nyabunze for Mwos, putting up a sterling performance. I mean, there aren't many players who can silence Knowledge Msona, but he has managed to do that to the extent of him being substituted. Wonderful touch here from Chinemo, who brings in a cross, not a very good one. Valentine Katsande plays a good-looking cross, but headed away by Isaka Mohammed. Ball played through, took too long to take off. Not a good decision from the far side. Yes, Nigel Makumbe should have done better. He knows that. Foul throw, no, it's a retake. a retake by Maviravira. Isaka Mohammed. 14 minutes to the 90. It's a countdown now. Mwos are holding on to their point. Can they get all 3 points? The cross will come. It's looking good. Can there be a shot? No! Once again, close defending. And this one trickles out of play. My word, that was so close.
Scotland survived.
That was a survival. I think you have put it quite correctly. That was a close shave for Maviravira. Sleeping on the job. Let's take a second look at it. Oh, Mlilo failed to connect.
Yeah, Scotland hanging in there for their dear life. Yeah, multiple attempts by Mwos, eventually going away for a goal kick. Yeah, so Coach Norman Mapesa and Scotland will heave a sigh of relief from that play, and they try to do their own thing on the other side. But otherwise, Mwos probably are now coming in with they want to come in with a late sucker punch. They've held on defensively and frustrated Scotland, and now I think they've every reason to now try to go forward and possibly get a goal at this late stage of the game.
Now, if we were to look into the crowd, you can see that they are now calling for a change. A clear sign that Mwos have managed to get the crowd away from the back of the... Oh, that was a lovely take. Makumbe. Oh, taking time. Makumbe failing to execute his cross. But my goodness me. Mwos is showing us a thing or two here. Nyabunze once again. To Nigel Makumbe. Here's Mlilo. Fails to play the ball. Another chance once again. Makumbe. A good looking cross. Mureremba. Good pass to the far side. Picking out Timbanyoka. Kama Billiard with a good touch. Shidolo. But again, tightly monitored by Valentine Katsande. Is Kama Billiard. Mureremba. Came through from Caps United. Was so exciting 2 seasons ago. Pidam Dua back on the field, I should have mentioned earlier. Isaka Mohammed. And a miscued clearance. Plays the ball into touch and giving Scotland the chance to take a corner. That was Chinemo Reginald.
I think was deceived by a seemingly a header that was meant to come there, and I think Innocent Zambezi deceived him because I think he had timed this ball. Maybe just that little touch deceived Mskambizi.
As the board goes up, Timbanyoka calls it a day, and Emmanuel Zuocha, formerly of Simba Bora and Kama Billiard, has been sacrificed. I mean, they say when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, don't they? Yeah, here's a corner now. Headed away by Kongwari. Shidolo will pick it up. Turning one way. Back again to Mureremba. Good try, but not on target. Confirmation of the substitutions.
So Emmanuel Zocha is coming together with the Tengeng Neville. He's a striker. Tengeng Neville has actually played for Deltras in Indonesia, and before that he was actually playing for Kurivong FC in Cambodia. That's a new player who's been signed by Scotland, and they've tried to reinforce their squad. And I think that reinforcement speaks of a team that is targeting the CAF Champions League excursion, and of course they want to defend their local league as well.
That's quite correct. And of course Tengen is a Cameroonian and West Africa. I can tell you that you will find them nearly everywhere. Kwangwari can't get the ball away from Mureremba. The free kick. Mlilo brought down. Now Mlilo has been removed from the left back position. He's now playing on the right hand side. Such a versatile player, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that's a good looking pass. on the far side. Deep one inside the area, headed away by Peter Mdua. Sona Walter. Tengen. Ball flick through, and the referee stops play once again. This will be a free kick. Ziocha is lying injured, master dribbler. Once you give him space, this man will turn you inside out. He used to do that playing for Simba Bora in the middle of the park. Let's see if he can do it in the next 8 minutes left here at Rufaro Stadium. Plus, of course, stoppage time. Shidolo, who's been all over the place, but losing concentration. That ball rose into touch. Shidolo himself is a Namibian. So many foreign-based players are coming to Zimbabwe. A clear sign that there's something that they are seeing. Oh yeah, the game has been given away. Oh, I cannot believe this. What on earth was he thinking, the Scotland defender, Mreremba? A chance now. Tengen is all alone in the center, but he's taken time to get the cross. Now it comes back to Isaka Mohammed, and Tizai will take it away.
Mensah, what was he doing? They're spurning a gift that he had been given kindly by the Scotland defenders.
Denying a gift presented to him by the Scotland. That could have been goal number 7 for the Ghanaian. Shidolo to the Ghanaian Isaka Mohammed. Ziocha. Tengen, the Cameroonian, standing firm. Shidolo once again. Turning the ball through. A lovely take. Tengen. The clearance. That one goes wide. The Cameroonian is actually threatening.
What a way to introduce himself. Tengen coming in there with the outfooter that found the side netting for Mwos. Mwos will be happy to survive that one there. On the volley, I like his technique.
I think Scotland lacked such. That was very close.
Very close.
Very close indeed. And Samaita must be heaving a huge sigh of relief over that. Here it comes to Ziocha. Ziocha trying to bit the left back. The cross is inside the area. Oh, wide again from Moffat. Corner kick. It's getting exciting towards the end, and the fans can feel it. Maviroira fans are waiting and waiting because they are the ones attacking. And this one scooped over the bar.
More frustration for Scotland and more excitement for Hard Rock. Hard Rock have now scored a 3rd goal. They are now leading by 3-0 through a goal by Tubenisho Mavuso.
Yeah, good going there for Kelvin Kaindu and company at Chawanda Stadium in Kwekwe. They are leading by 3-0. That gives them 3 points, cutting down the lead. Although Scotland have got a game in hand, and like Norman Mapeza was saying pre-match, we cannot count our chickens before they are hatched. Yes, we've got a game in hand, and this is the opportunity that was spent by the Ghanaian. Somehow he slipped at the crucial moment and gave away possession. That should have been a simple lob over the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But I must also commend the goalkeeper for coming out early.
Yeah, he made his life difficult.
He made life difficult,
but he had been given a chance, and he tried to dribble past the goalkeeper, and then he slipped there. A series of misfortunes for the Ghanaian striker there. He would have gotten his 7th goal for the season. And Norman Mapeza there, well, is he happy or is relieved that that ball did not punish them?
I think he's relieved that the goal was not scored. He lived another day. As the fans now continue to wait for the goal here, some enjoying their drinks. I know they would have wanted something better than this. Yes, in terms of performance, it's been very exciting for a neutral, but maybe not so exciting for if you are a Scotland or a Mwos supporter. Another free kick.
I think of the two sets of fans, I think Mwos will be happy with a point on the road, whereas Scotland will be frustrated that they would have dropped 2 points at home, and also considering that the title race is still open, but of course Scotland have an upper hand. They are sitting comfortable, the gap is quite large, but they don't want to see Hard Rock drawing closer to them. That is Scotland.
Yeah, they're getting too close for their comfort. Scotland, of course, won them a short distance away, and I can see Samaita feeling the cold now, putting on his cap to make sure he continues to feel comfortable. Norman Mapeza with a jersey, with a tracksuit top, rather. Nigel Makumbe stands behind the ball. A bit of housekeeping by the goalkeeper, Kwetson Dirwai. Yeah, talking to Peter Mdua.
I've always wondered, Stanley, to say, does the referee have to lecture the players on what not to do, as opposed to just watching them and then you give them a foul? So I think it's up to the player to be cautious, to be disciplined, and not to be reckless. If you pull an opponent in the box, definitely you risk giving away a penalty or
But he'll tell you that's my game management system. But of course you're right. These are the things that they should learn.
Because the referee can't tell you how to mark or how not to mark. If you are reckless, you are reckless. You cost your team.
Balls are still coming through. Play on, says the referee. Nyabunza is beaten in the middle of the park. Here they come now. Scotland Mapiravira. That was Yocha. A lovely ball through. Tengek does well to find Mofat Abubakar. Queuing up a shot from outside the area. Katsande scrambles it away. And the ball is picked up on the far side. This is a good pass. Not a very good first touch by Mlilo. Again, another long searching ball, but headed away by Isaka Mohammed. Mreremba. Shidolo. Shidolo looking for space. Yeah, information filtering through is that we will be getting 5 extra minutes of a stoppage time. We are into the 90th minute now, 0-0 the scoreline. Very exciting match indeed. Shidolo comes through. Tengek is bitten to the ball, but Scotland still have possession. Good looking cross, the goalkeeper has lost it. Mohammed, it's Moffat rather, playing the ball through. The clearance is good by the Panthers. Free kick. Tomorrow's World of Sport. The Panthers. Again, it's Valentine Katande. He's very much appreciated by their fans, and I can see in the crowd. 5 minutes into stoppage time. If you were to ask Norman Mapeza, this must have been one of the most difficult games that he has ever played this season. Nyabunze, so outstanding for Mwos. Good clearance. Katande beaten to the ball by Tengek. Abubakar. This is Msebe. So industrious in the middle of the park. The cross comes in, but again Katande heads it away. Mohammed. The return pass. Mneremba wasn't there to receive the pass. Zambezi does a good job in clearing it. Nyasulu was underneath it. Shidolo. Tight marking coming through. Makumbe goes down. And Kwetsani Dirwai wanting a free kick. Tengen cannot believe it. He's such a big fellow. In Cameroon, they're all big, and when you come in contact with your opponent, you do so with a lot of force, but in situations like ours, it becomes a foul.
Yeah, they have this heavy presence in them.
Yeah.
You can actually feel them.
Makumbe! The goalkeeper has lost it. Referee did why? My word. That's unbelievable.
That was going to be a big
That
goal.
should have been a penalty. That should have been a penalty. How did it go down?
And Lloyd
Now
Mtasa is
to
livid.
Soda. Walter. Mtasa is very livid. She goes through. Jesus. Look
Lloyd
at
Mtasa
Lloyd
is not
Mtasa.
happy.
He's normally a very cool
He
and
got
collected.
the ball first.
Yes.
He got the ball first.
And then
the
he was
goalkeeper's
clipped.
leg was behind. Look at that.
Exactly. That
Definitely.
was a clear penalty.
This should be a penalty, referee.
It's unfortunate, but
He
that's
doesn't
how
see
it
what
is.
we're seeing, yes.
Yeah.
But definitely this should have been a penalty. Scotland survived. Look at Lloyd Mtasa there. He's angry, he's uprooting trees, and well, he's very livid, and he's justified to feel that way, Lloyd Mtasa. And of course, Ketsani going there to the touchline. I think he's getting a briefing from the fourth official.
Yeah, but maybe a yellow card.
Lloyd
for
Mtasa getting
Lloyd
a yellow
Mtasa,
card.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's injustice.
that's an injustice. Yes.
That's an injustice. Lloyd Mtasa, one will sympathize with him honestly.
Yeah, he's not that type of person.
I mean, he suffered double punishment.
Exactly.
His team is denied a penalty, and then he gets a yellow card.
And it looks like he's now communicating with his players.
A bit of injustice for Lloyd Mtasa.
Yeah.
Double punishment.
Mwos have certainly put up a very good game. And if you were asked to pick up your man of the match here, who would you pick?
Captain Scotland, I mean, Mwos is
Mwos captain Nyabunze.
Nyabunze. The way he shut out Knowledge Msona, it
Yes.
actually lead to him being
That was a
exited from the
match-winning
ground.
performance.
Yes, he was.
It's unfortunate
He was.
that Mensah couldn't take advantage, and then the penalty was not given. The story could have been different. Katsande's effort goes over the... It's Makumbe, rather. The shot goes over the bar. No problems there for Nelson Charge. 4 minutes played. We are into the last minute here. Are we going to see a sucker punch? The clearance is good from Mwos. Neatly taken down. Makumbe. Too many twists and turns, and he ends up losing the ball from Chidolo. Chidolo is hauled down, and it's a free kick. Free kick to Scotland. Oh, it looks like they've met their match today, Scotland. Samaita Mtasa is livid. He is not happy. He's being told, he's indicating to his boys that time is out. They have managed to clear, but that doesn't go very far. And the referee blows, and oh, please. I was looking at Lloyd Mtasa celebrating the point away from home. But I think he was celebrating the fact that his plan worked, shutting out Scotland.
Indeed.
And coming away with a point here.
Indeed,
What a match we had.
I think a game plan worked by Lloyd Mtasa, and he will only be unhappy because of the yellow card. But I think with the shift that his boys put in this afternoon, Lloyd Mtasa will be patting his boys on the back and say, guys, job well done, mission accomplished. And of course, on the other part, Scotland will be unhappy with themselves not getting the 3 points here. They were in the number of times that they threatened, they didn't get anything out of it. And then on the other side, Mwos will be happy with a point on the road. But I think Mwos again will feel hard done by the penalty decision that they did not get, which in my view the referee there missed. He would have wanted to have a look at it, and possibly Mwos would have gotten a penalty late in the game.
Yeah, it's a pity we don't have VAR, so in the end referees end up getting the flack for not awarding these decisions, but they can only be made when he is so sure, because he was obstructed either by a player on the field, or when the contact was made, it wasn't very clear to him. So, yeah, you can't fault the referee that much, because we could only make the decision after watching a replay. And there is the Mwos team going across to congratulate, thank their players, their fans rather.
And
for
I
a
think
job
those
well
fans,
done.
I think those fans will be happy with the shift that their boys put in. It was commendable. They came in, they did very well. I think they stuck to their plan to frustrate Scotland, and indeed they'll be happy with their fun, with their players.
Oh yes, indeed. And we're waiting now for the pitchside interviews. That is, of course, the first we get the coaches. We'll talk to first. I think it will be Norman Mapeza, who will be talking to Valentine Mabugu. He's still a long way from getting there, but the Mwos players are congratulating each other there. They are very happy with the result, 0-0. And of course, Hard Rock are the biggest beneficiaries of this result, simply because they have managed to pick up a point, and Norman Mapeza is now close to Valentine Mabugu, and I think it's time now for us to cross over to the touchline where Valentine is talking to Norman Mapeza.
Indeed, what an amazing game. It ends here goalless as the two sides share the spoils with the rivalry. Thus, these two sides have, and no one could find the back of the net. And it ends goalless right here to Faro Stadium as Scotland again drop two crucial points as their rivals pick maximum points. That is Hard Rock as they won their game against Manica Diamonds at Chawanda Stadium. And joining me just now is Coach Norman Mapeza. Of course, as we get to hear his sentiments after the side he has drawn here against Mwos. A big game, rivalry again. It always comes as big as this was, Norman. But your overall assessment, is it a point gain or 2 points dropped from your own assessment with the way your team played today?
Look, we had good opportunities. Good opportunities first half, then second half. That come our opportunity. One person was on the goalkeeper. Those half chances we need to bury. Those half chances we need to bury. But look, I'm not taking anything away from Mwos. They played very well today. But look, it's a point. We'll take it. We'll take it. There's nothing we could have done. We've done everything. We'll take the point.
And you saw the new substitutions when they came. The game really changed for you into your favor and swung into your favor. Looked like they really had a game plan for you this time around to make sure that Knowledge Msona, Kama Piliat, as well as Walter Msona don't get much to play this afternoon.
That's the game of football. You have to plan. You have to plan. You have to train. You have to plan. Maybe it worked well for them today, but like I said, look at those half chances we created today. We could have done better. We could have done better, yeah.
Indeed, Coach, all the best.
Thank you.
All right, Norman Mapeza, feeling that his side could have done much better today as they couldn't get to maximum points this afternoon because it looks like Mwos today really had a game plan and they made sure that the front three for Scotland didn't get even a chance, a sniff at goal, save for that Kama Piliat chance that he got one-on-one with the goalkeeper, which Francis Tizai did save in that encounter. And in a few moments' time, we shall be talking to the Mwos coach, that is Lloyd Samaitamtes. I'm sure he's got a lot to say. He was a bit agitated and of course animated on the touchline as some of the decisions didn't go his side. But such is the game of football. Sometimes you get the decisions going your way, but sometimes you don't get them going your way as well. And we shall be giving you the full analysis of the full match this afternoon. And of course, we shall be having to talk about also the matches that we also played today. 7 of them played today, and how it impacts the log standing. Is it at the apex as well as at the bottom, where of course the relegation talk fight continues. But having said that, I'm now currently joined by the Mwos gaffer Lloyd Samaita Mtesa. Samaita, a point, big point for you as well, and it avoids a defeat. But take us through the 90 minutes already for your side, how you played this afternoon.
I think I would want to say glory be to God, and I would want to applaud Scotland for giving us a good game. We knew it was going to be tough playing a Norman Mapeza side. It's always difficult, and we thought today we're going to break the jinx of not winning at Trufaro, but I think we're just unlucky, especially in the second half. We got some few chances which I thought we could have utilized, but such is football. We take the point coming from where we're coming from and looking at the opposition that we played. I think we're happy. I'm happy for the lads. We take the point and go back to and address the issues again.
And of course, Norman Mapeza alludes to the fact that tactically today you made sure that his front three didn't play today, and it quite worked for you. Was this the game plan initially to make sure that the front three, which has scored close to 24 goals this season amongst the three of them, and looking at how you made sure they didn't get a sniff?
Yeah, you play against the Norman Mapeza side. You have to look at Kama Billiard, you have to look at Knowledge Msona and Walter, and we assigned youngsters to make sure that when every time they get to the attacking third, they are closely monitored and probably have cover, and I think they did it well.
Do you feel this is the kind of lift that your side needed this afternoon to carry on and move on from a bit of a slumber that we had mid-season as well, and carry on to make sure you finish strongly for the season?
Yeah, obviously, you know, when you get a point away from home against such a side, 4 games on the trot without losing, it can only but give the coach, the technical team, the players, and even the supporters confidence that we're going forward.
Coach, well done for your point. And nonetheless, I know you would have wanted maximum, but still a point on the road, still good enough.
Sure, thank you so much.
All right, that's Coach Lloyd Mtesa there happy with the point that he got this afternoon against that is a Scotland side that was a much fancied as well to win this side. Looking at their front three so far, having scored close to that is 24 goals this season, only amongst the 3 of them, and today they didn't get a sniff at goal. They really shut out Lloyd Mtesa, mentioning, gentlemen, the fact that he made sure he assigned the younger blood to watch over Knowledge Msona, Kama Billiard, as well as Walter Msona, and make sure they don't get a sniff, and they didn't get a sniff this afternoon.
And they did a great job, and I tell you, he came here with a game plan, and the game plan worked, especially from the middle of the park. The captain doing a great job in terms of marking in the middle of the park. I think Lloyd Mtesa had a beautiful game plan. The game plan worked. They played a beautiful passing game. They could have gotten away with even 3 points, but I must say, what a fascinating encounter it was. Good passing, good football from Mwos. I think this is one of the best games I've watched for Mwos this season.
Max, unfortunately for Samaita, he couldn't break the jinx of not winning here at Rufaro with Mwos. He hasn't won a game here at Rufaro for the 11 times that he has come here. He hasn't won a game, but this afternoon as well, it didn't happen, but a brilliant performance nonetheless from his side. Quite tactical, and Norman Mapeza did allude to the fact that tactically he was much better.
Yeah, up to the point tactically. I think they played so well. I think they were disciplined enough as well in possession, especially in that second half. We were talking before on the halftime break how they had to up their game to match with Scotland, and Scotland did throw, you know, all they had at Mwos, and at the end it could have been Mwos who had a penalty. Unfortunately, there were so many cries from the fans. Everybody thought it was a penalty. I thought it could have been given as a penalty, but the referee just didn't blow that. I think they were brilliant. I think it will be a very good ride back home to Norton, and as you can see, the fans, they are still in the stadium celebrating that new draw at the end of it. But I think they play so well, and it does feel like a win, even though it's a draw for Mwos.
Let's talk about that incident as well. If that was a penalty, and I'm sure it will be drawn back as we look at that chance as well. There, some will say he got the ball, and some will say, did he touch the man as well? Let's look at this. Is the close that we want now.
Better angle here. You can see the goalkeeper clearly stretching his leg, and
it really clips his ankle there.
Yeah, he just clipped. I think the Mwos player got to the ball first before the goalkeeper, and from that angle you can actually see the contact as well. So I think you know, it's not that fair that it wasn't given. Probably you could say the referee was a far distance from the action, and at the end of that you can see how frustrated Lloyd Mtesa was. He was quite furious, and well, to be fair to him, I think it was you know, a genuine cry from him for that penalty. And Spencer, I think you also say
you have your feel as well to it. And do you feel maybe sometimes he wasn't goal towards, but it was in the box? But also somebody say he didn't have control of the ball nonetheless.
I think he didn't have control of the ball, and also that the striker got first to the ball and managed to get the touch. There we see.
Yeah,
looked like
got the first touch, yeah.
Clearly the striker got the first touch, and Chachka just came in behind there, and I'm not sure of that one there.
That's the referee's angle.
Yeah. On any day, this could have been given as a penalty, and I think this is a very good
angle. If he had
angle.
this view, maybe.
Yeah, the striker got the ball first, and
And you can actually see that it all happened behind the referee's view because he was not on the other side. And this is exactly where we'd want the video assistant technology to come through, Valley. I think in the
besides even the video assistant, the video assistant, the fact that the striker got the ball first should have been enough to give the referee.
And I also think the second assistant could have helped the referee this situation, right, Smith?
That's why I think that's why the technical bench for Mwos were really frustrated with the Lions lady as well, who was on the near side to say you should have seen that. That was your angle instead of the referee's angle.
And that was her angle, and that was the line she was running along, and she could have seen that. Look at that.
Quite clear from this
That's
angle,
quite clear. Look at that. The striker gets the ball first, and Chachka just clatters into the striker. That should have been a penalty, in my view.
Yeah, I think you got to have the temperament and the courage to make those big decisions, Valentine. You know, it's a league title race. We all know that's probably Scotland being on top. You don't have to feel, if you're an official, you don't have to feel like you're taking anything away from them because this is quite clearly a foul that you're saying. It doesn't matter what the time is. And I think we haven't seen our officials taking it upon themselves to make those big decisions and to call off a penalty when it's not, and to give a penalty when it is. I think that's the difference here.
And this is a call that will get a referee suspended. I mean, if they are to go by the book, if they are to go be serious, I mean, yes, the referee must have the guts, like the referee say, Max. Call it if it's a penalty. If it's not, let it be. And exactly, this is why we don't have so many referees.
Let's talk about the chances that Mwos also got. They could have wrapped this one, gentlemen, as well. Look at some of their chances. They could have scored here. That was a glorious chance here. He couldn't sort out his feet quite quickly. It didn't come quite quickly on his feet as well. And there, another missed opportunity. On any other lucky day, Max, they could have gotten away with the win here, Mwos.
Yeah, just unfortunately, because I think at the end they just got confused each other between the two. They were trying to find out where the ball was. There was a little bit of a confusion when he first missed it that time around. And then he could have just laid it off to the player that was just behind, and they could have taken the lead. I think they did create those chances, and it was an issue of just being clinical in front of goal. And first time around didn't make it, and he could just lay off there, and at the end it didn't come to anything.
Max, there's something called a toe poker. Just toe poke the ball in the back of the net, and that could have, you know what I mean? You don't have to score a spectacular, because this is a derby, and it's a game that really needed a goal, and unfortunately, Mwos had quite a number of chances.
I'm sure they were too young to watch Nazario Romario scoring with the toe poke.
Like what Spencer said, sometimes it doesn't matter how you get it to the back of the net. Just get it to the back of the net. As long as you're doing it legally as well. As long as it's not a handball, just get it to the back of the net. And I think they were just unfortunate at the end, Mwos there.
Let's talk about Scotland's chances as well, and I'm sure they'll be coming through, especially the Kama Billiard one. And Francis Tizai was in a good position to save another brilliant save from Francis Tizai there.
Francis Tizai was excellent. Scotland had good chances there. We saw Thompson getting into the box, tried to go for a penalty, but that was never a penalty on any day. But that save from Francis Tizai on the near post was a good save. Because Knowledge Msona was lurking at the back. He was just lurking to step the ball past the goalkeeper. Yeah, but I must say, a brilliant save from Tizai.
Brilliant. And this shows you the goalkeeper was watching the play, because when you see when the ball dropped to him there, and just they sneak in behind, that is Kama Billiard, and the goalkeeper watching the ball, and good recovery at the end from the Mwos defense as well, to make sure that they keep their eyes on water there and make sure that they clear it away.
But the presence of mind of Kama Billiard, look at that touch from Knowledge Msona. Pass from his young brother. He just tried to slice the ball past the goalkeeper, but Tizai was always eyes on the ball, and another good save. Clever play by Knowledge Msona. I think
they did try everything. They
tried everything, all the tricks they had, but Tizai was the difference. I think good goalkeeping there from the goalkeeper.
We were sitting in the stands, and there were discussions that were being made by pundits and journalists, the media, talking about Mapeza not effecting enough the changes into the game, the quality that he's got on the bench there, and not really making it in good time and letting it go for long, as we see that Kama Billiard chance as well. And it was almost an assist for National Charge. And I'm sure for his 20th clean sheet and an assist, that would have been remarkable.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the frustration for many Scotland fans and players alike on the bench as well, because when you see the time ticking and the first players that are in that first 11 are not making the difference, then you're thinking, well, what's the coach keeping me on the bench? You know, with the amount of talent that they have, on top of the other players that have been able to actually get as well. And I think we also did see Kama Billiard, not really much from him. Walter, we were talking about how he was still in that first 11, being given the armband by his older brother as well. So I think at the end, it's all about making those changes, also giving the other players enough time to make a difference. Sometimes you give me 3-5 minutes, I'm probably not going to make as much of an impact as I can. And to my surprise, Mwos did make much more changes than Scotland did. And I would have thought, well, Scotland, with the kind of squad they have, they probably could have made many more changes to the game towards the end as well.
Is it the pragmatism that Norman Mapeza sometimes affects him in terms of, making sure that he wraps up the season quite early? Because sometimes he's so consistent and adamant with his first 11, doesn't like to twerk with it that much.
Well, Norman Mapeza doesn't like to twerk his first thing there with his starting 11 that much. He's the one coach who says if something is not broken, don't fix it. And you play the same 11 until they wrap up the season. And I think there's that pressure also that they need to wrap up the season, and we see the chances coming through. Good save from Chachka there.
This was a glorious chance.
This was a glorious chance. The youngster there.
For Mensah there, he should have buried that one. He was the most informed player, and he couldn't sort out his feet, and he couldn't, it was given on a platter there. He should have dinked it.
He should have dinked it, and I think failed to sort out his feet early, and presence of mind where the goalkeeper was. He didn't even know where the goalkeeper was. He should have looked up. All he just needed was to do a dink, and Norman Mapeza knows that one that they got away with it.
It got away with it and survived it. Both sides really, they could have snatched the 3 points in this one, but particularly for Mwos, first half they were good. Second half they got some chances, and there's that penalty shout as well. They look like a side that has found a lift in their game in the last 3 or so games.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's good to see towards the end of the season. We were talking about how they were no longer playing for anything, probably the cup games as well. Probably there's something in that season for them. So they came here prepared as well. I think tactically they were spot on, and they were able to put off Scotland from their normal game, which is possession football. And they managed to get a big chunk of that possession, which in the better of them made them create those chances that they were able to create. So on the balance of play, I think Lord Ntaza did quite well, probably crying out for that penalty at the end. But at the end of the day, I don't think he will be, anyway, disappointed with what he saw this afternoon. I think he'll be quite pleased with the performance, player to player. I think they were able to match Scotland this afternoon.
Let's talk about the performance of Abubakar Moffat in a shift position, playing as a left back this afternoon, how he was, and also I'm sure we'll look at some of his highlights as well.
Well, I think as we see a chance there for Abubakar looking for knowledge in Msona, and I think he's the one player who actually did very well playing in a makeshift left back. You got enough ball possession, managed to get crosses in the box. They will see the 1-2 with Kama Billiard getting the return pass. I think he ventured very well pushing going forward, and I think he could have added value if he had been playing more in the midfield, because he was more focusing on defending instead of pushing forward to look for that goal. But I must say he had a good game on the left back. And you see that strike there. That is the area where he should be playing in the middle of the park. And
I think the good thing in that first half, we were talking about how he could have been exploited as a in an unusual position for him. But second half, I think he did quite well as well to actually play that position, and he was overlapping, probably drifting into the midfield much more than you could have wanted
But do you feel also that's a position that Lord Mutasa should have exploited much more, because you know that you've got a makeshift, a left back. Why can't we get a bit of pace or somebody who puts pressure, or you overload that left side to make sure that we exploit it a bit
But
further?
I think they did quite a good job of trying to exploit that left side, because if you notice most of Mwos' attack, they're actually coming through Abubakar's side, because every time he went up, he was taking too long to come back. And I think the guys, the Mwos team, the Billy Veremu, as well as the Mensah, they were actually playing more on that side, where they were getting the ball and coming drifting, because they knew when he went back, when he went up front, it was also difficult for him to come back.
Indeed, quite interesting times, and of course the relegation matrix gets to continue. We had 7 games in the local Premier Soccer League, and these are the results that are scrolling down your screen there. Agama being beaten at home. I thought they had met Watanabe Fortress and being beaten by Ngezi Platinum on the road there.
Well, this one, Agama, I think they are lacking in the dangerous waters, and I think it looks like one-way traffic for them going to the Northern Region Division 1.
Chickadee continue to blow hot and cold, beaten by Bulai Chiefs, very stubborn Bulai Chiefs, I must contend. And we saw the kind of game that gave Scotland here, are better losing by 2. goes to 1, but they're back to winning ways.
Yeah, another seesaw season for Chicken Inn. I think, they've been up and down, not really consistent enough. But the interesting result will be that 3-0 win for Hard Rock, and as well the Glamour boys not taking advantage of the draw that, Scotland had this afternoon. But it has always been difficult for Dynamos away to ZPC Kariba. And I think the biggest winners of this match day, it has to be Hard Rock. They managed to take their home advantage and get those 3 points, putting on the pressure on Scotland, making sure that it goes to the last day.
Indeed, Namavaya brace as well. Let's talk about how brilliant he has been this season, and it looks like he's going to carry that golden boot once again, and have a shout again at being a soccer star of the year as well.
Well, I think he needs to give credit to. We need to give credit to Dube, Prince Dube. Ever since Prince Dube came, I think the Washington Avaya started is thriving, starting to play his game, and Prince Dube is the one player who can hold the ball, who can create chances, and he's managed to do that. And now Navaya is playing with a free role. Now teams got to worry of Navaya, they've got to worry of Prince Dube. So the coming in of Prince Dube has actually benefited Navaya, and hence we see him scoring goals.
Yeah, and the interesting thing, Valentine, is that if you look at Hard Rock as well, they did go into the market to get many more players. They have Gerard Takwara, and they've managed to play those players. And Prince Dube came and went straight into the team. Yeah. And then you have Scotland, who are not making use of the players they paid big money for. And that's the difference, and that's what the fans are saying. Well, we can't be drawing games that we should win with superstars on the bench.
Brazilian.
Why not bring them in? Yeah, you have Prince Dube. I think he scored actually in the last game as well when they won 2-1, and it was Prince Dube and Gerard Takwara who managed to get on the score sheet for Hard Rock. So the new boys are making the difference for Hard Rock. For Scotland, the new boys are staying on the bench.
Indeed, gentlemen, so 7 games, 8 games already played in match day 26, and of course it concludes tomorrow with a big one. That is Highlanders traveling to the capital to face Caps United, and we know Highlanders are still in mourning, but the games have to be played. And nonetheless, these are games that sometimes you don't need to motivate players, it just lifts them up.
Well, the souls of the departed Islanders executive rest in peace. And I think, like you rightfully saying, this is one game the players will want to play for the departed, and they'll want to really come motivated, play for the team and play for the badge. And I think for Caps United also, they also want to get confidence. I mean, get back to winning ways. I mean, at one stage we were leading by 8 points. Now they're trailing by about 12 points. So it's a game that both teams need, and I think it got a lot of different motivations.
Yep.
Islanders, they're playing for the departed. For Caps United, they want to win back the confidence and try and win at home. Losing here tomorrow against the Islanders will be catastrophic for Caps United, and I think the alarm bells will start ringing.
Yep, and I think for Islanders, this is the time where those brilliant fans will come together and support the team. I think they've done that all season, and in these difficult times, this is where you really want the supporters to come together as a club and play for the club, play for the fans, play for what it means. And it's always a huge game against Caps United, who still also have a point of push to their fans towards the end of the season, whether they still deserve to be contenders come the next season or not. I think this time around it has probably run away from them, but on the start they were quite brilliant. Like what Spence is saying, Islanders a similar story, but they've been brilliant in the previous results. They did beat Scotland themselves, so they were also in a high, and they would want to keep that high on the run.
Well, gentlemen, I must say thank you very much, and it's been a great one. Today, joined by Max and Spence with me today. I just had to call them like that, but it sounds so good this afternoon. And I must thank you very much for joining us right here on ZBC TV Sport. My name is Valentine Mabuk. On behalf of the crew behind the scenes, my producers, it's bye-bye and happy viewing on ZBC TV. Catch us tomorrow for the match between Caps United and Highlanders at Rufaro Stadium.